today I'm going to show you how to make a paracord wrist bow sling. For this, you will need a leather yoke, which you can find on our website. You will also need either 7 feet of one color or 3.5 and 3.5, a smoothing tool, scissors. You will also need 4 strands of 3 feet each. And I already have them with the electrical tape held together right here. Then you'll also need more electrical tape for at the end. You'll need a lighter and a ruler if you want. To begin, tape the 4 ends with electrical tape together, and then you will start the 4-strand round braid. To start this weave, I am actually going to tape the 4 strands down just because it makes this one a lot easier since you are constantly pulling and tightening on this one. So to start off the round braid, you want to just make the cords lay flat here, and you're going to take one cord, one on the end, go behind to the second to the left cord, and then put it back on the right side. So you're always going to be taking the top cord. So now this one is next. We'll go behind, split these two, and go back to the left, and then pull it tight. And that's what you do the whole time. Take this cord on the right, behind to the left, and back to the right. Take this top cord here, go behind, and back to the left. And that is the weave that you will be doing the whole time throughout this, and you will in the end want this sling part to be about 22 to 24 inches. So the 3 feet will be plenty to do the sling. So again, you'll take this cord on the top, split the 2 cords on the right, and go back to the left side. And constantly be pulling this nice and tight. So I will meet you guys when we are at the end, and like I said, you're just going to want this a straight shot of about 22 to 24 inches. This is my finished round braid. It is about 22.5 inches long with a little bit of the tape left on. We will cut and burn that part off right now actually. So I'm gonna leave just a little bit of the tape there because it'll just kind of hold it all together so that you get it still in a square and it'll burn still nicely. So leaving maybe less than 1/4 inch on there. And try and cut through all of that. At this point, you will want to have your smoothing tool handy because you're going to want to make the ends round so that they will go through the holes in the yoke. So what you're going to do is just heat it up, make sure it's all nice and bubbly, and then once it gets, as I said, nice and bubbly, then you're going to use the smoothing tool or whatever you have to kind of round it out and make it nice. You might need to do it a few times just to, make sure that they're all together and holding, and that's okay. So these strands, when they'll all stick together and they won't come apart, you can see some of the orange cord through there. So once it cools down, I am going to cover that with a black permanent marker. And then you'll want to do the same thing on the other side. Now that you have the round braid done and the ends the way that you want them, we are going to start the Cobra Weave. If you're using two colors, you want them to be welded together, of course. I've already done that. Make sure you find the spot right in the middle. And then that is where I'm going to put the weld to just kind of hide it back there. And start with one cord on top. Take the other cord, go on top of that, behind and up through the loop. And there my weld is hidden. So now I start with the same color on top again. So go on top, take your other cord and go on top of that one, behind and up through the loop. So what cord you have going on top is the same cord that will always be the first cord that you lay down on top of the 4-strand braid. Go on top, behind and up through the loop. So for the handle, you'll do about 6.5, 7 inches of the Cobra. So I'll meet you guys when we are at the end of it. Throughout the process of doing the Cobra Weave, you will want to make sure that they are even with each other and making sure that the round braid is also still even with each other in the same length. And as of right now, mine is perfectly even, so I'm going to stop the Cobra and finish it off. Now the sling itself is complete, so you can thread it through the yoke. You'll want to make sure that the smooth part is facing outward. And what you'll do is take your ends and go in through the end ones. Make sure it's at the same spot here. Then you'll go back through towards the middle. Then you'll go back out one more time. So there you have it, the 550 Paracord Bow Sling. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed. See you next week.